Arizona Capitol building also the scene of protests today, but things were much calmer there, with supporters of President Trump staying peaceful even as they question the results of Arizona's electoral vote. ABC 15's Melissa Blasius joining us live tonight from the state capitol with their reaction to those riots in D.C. Melissa?
Well, Steve, the protesters at this point are again watching the live feed from Washington, D.C. as the Congress is back in session, and they are talking about those votes and continuing the vote count. The mood here changed. It was much quieter after the violence we saw in Washington, D.C. However, there are still several hundred people here, and we're still hearing tough rhetoric about election fraud, treason, even violence. This group says they're still 100% behind a second term for Donald Trump. Hundreds of Trump supporters at the Arizona State Capitol watched the president's speech and call to action on giant TV monitors.
Because he knows, he's got a very high IQ, he knows what he's doing, and he's helping America. He's for America, patriotism, freedom, and liberty and justice.
The crowd cheered as Arizona Representative Paul Gosar in Congress made the first challenge to the electoral vote from his home state.
They need to start duking it out for America!
The political fight turned physical at the U.S. Capitol. Arizonan Ben Zahari, a Trump supporter, said he got as close as the Capitol steps and he saw the confrontation between National Guard, Secret Service, and protesters.
They want the votes to be counted that were legal votes. They want justice. So that's why they came out here to protest that, to make sure they get that. And they're not going to stop until that happens. So.
Talking to ABC 15 as he headed back to his hotel down Pennsylvania Avenue, he passed skirmishes in the street, and he said he was pleased to be part of history. Protests remained peaceful in Arizona under the watchful eye of officers from the rooftops. But the rhetoric did not change. They continued to rely on theories of election fraud. And the Arizona Republican Party chairwoman, Kelly Ward, blamed not the rioters, but election officials for the violence in D.C. that ended with one woman killed.
And you know, we saw this violence in Washington, and that is a shame. But you know what could have prevented that? What could have prevented that is doing a transparent election, having a transparent election, having the ability to audit the votes.
And some protesters out here at the Arizona State Capitol did not think it was right to storm the U.S. Capitol today. One told us if we criticize lawlessness on the other side, we should not be doing it ourselves. I'm investigative reporter Melissa Blasius, ABC 15, Arizona.